Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing off the Thunder Dragon combo. Now all that's required for you to do this combo is make a Hulk of Fibrax. Everyone knows how to do that. Get two tuners or a tuner and non-tuner on the field. I'm going to show you how this combo works. We just got a random hand here. We're going to get our Deep Sea Diva, take a look at our opponent's hand. Opponent is playing some garbage, but that's okay. We're happy our opponent's playing garbage because we're here to show off what this combo is all about. We'll start with a Deep Sea Diva. Deep Sea Diva gonna activate, get ourselves a Prince. Now, if you start with Deep Sea Diva and you didn't start with this Deep Sea Minstrel combo, you can actually use your Prince to get a copy of Minstrel when we activate. So you'll activate Prince, send your Dragoons, you'd add a Dragoons to hand, and with the Dragoons in graveyard, you add the Minstrel. So really you'd just be doing it one step later. So with the search for the Dragoons from hand that you would have discarded, you'd search for the Glacia. Now you're going to get 5 water monsters in the graveyard. So let's special summon the Hulk of Fibrax. Get our 5 water monsters. Now unlike the other Hulk of Fibrax combo, this one requires you to use Jet Synchron. Won't work if you don't use a Jet Synchron. Let's make our opponent discard 2 cards. Get him for 2 there. And next thing, we're going to make the Erodon. This is fair and balanced, and Konami approves. So as long as Konami says it's okay, we're going to keep doing it. Don't be mad. Let's make our tokens here with the Erodon. Now, after we've done that, we're going to discard a card from our hand to special summon our Jet Synchron from the graveyard. Jet Synchron on the field. Doesn't matter what we discard. We can discard this Dragoons, but you can discard any card. Because of that, this combo does require 1.5 cards in a sense. You need to have an extra card in hand. Let's start by activating our Mecha Phantom Beast. Get rid of one of our tokens. Get rid of the Mecha Phantom Beast to get the O-line from the deck. Now we can special summon the Cupid Pitch. Been a while since I played Cupid Pitch, but it does enable some pretty powerful combo lines. Cupid Pitch, gonna activate. We're gonna increase the level. And now we're gonna special summon. We can special summon the Denglong. Gonna special summon that in defense mode. And Denglong is gonna search for our negate. And our O-line is going to give ourselves another token. Search for the negate here, make the token. Now you will have perfect information because you'll have seen your opponent's hand when you activated your Minstrel to take a peek. So you'll know what to play around here. This will let you negate Droplet, Dark Ruler, no more. And now you get to choose if you want to go into the Dragite or if you want to make a Borreload. Dragite can keep negating spells once per turn forever. Borreload, Omni Negate, but only going to have 3, so your choice what you want to choose there. Let's special summon the Borreload. And Borreload going to activate, Cupid Pitch going to activate. This is going to give us 2 Omni Negates on field. There you go. Use the Mecha Phantom Beast. Give as many counters as possible. And we get to search for a 600 defense monster. We're playing Gen X Undyne, so you can actually search for that too, but what you want to search for is Nemesis Corridor. This is the reason that you have to use the Jet Synchron, because it's going to banish itself, and you need a card in the banish zone to use the Nemesis Corridor. Let's unbanish that Jet Synchron, special summon the Corridor, shuffle it back in the deck, and now you end with a Thunder Dragon Colossus. Colossus will be able to protect itself from destruction once by banishing the Nemesis Corridor from the graveyard. Also going to horribly abuse our opponent by making it so they cannot add cards from the main deck to their hand except by drawing them. So that is pretty impressive, and you'll see we still have 3 cards in here. One of them will have been searched for, and the other 2 are random. So if you draw some interaction, you might be able to stop your opponent if they have some way to interfere with you. And now we got 1 Omni Negate, 2 Omni Negates, and prevent them from adding cards to hand. And we made him discard 2 with Glacia. This is quite powerful, and I'll show you off in the gameplay. So let's get going with the gameplay. After the gameplay, I'll have the deck list at the end of the video if you want to see the full deck list I'm using. Alright, let's get going. If you like this sort of video, give the channel a subscribe. You'll get notified when I make another video. Let me know down in the comments what sort of combos you want to see next. This is a game on rank ladder. Our opponent has a Ghost Ogre popping our Prince, but we can play through it with the Dragoons in the graveyard, but opponent has an Ash for the Dragoons in graveyard. Alright, that's fine, opponent. We can play through this. We can keep playing through it. We got the Dragoons in hand that the Prince added, so let's special summon the Megalo. Dragoons in graveyard gonna activate. Gonna get the Lapis Dragon, special summon itself, make the Hulk Fibrax, and we can combo from here. Activate Hulk Fibrax, but opponent also has an Imperm. What a hand. Leaving us with just a little lone Hulk Fibrax, naked and afraid. Alright, let's pass to the opponent. One interesting thing about this combo is we can tag out the Hulk Fibrax to get the Denglong, which will search for the trap. Definitely a line that is useful, and you'll see it used right here. Opponent searching for a Roxy's. We're going to make the Denglong. Denglong going to search. Get ourselves the Yangzing trap. We can't activate it yet. Opponent going to special summon the Meow Meow Moo. And the effect of his Prank Hit in the graveyard is going to activate. We're going to Ash that effect in the graveyard. Usually the best point to negate Prank Hits if you have an Ash Blossom. Alright. Looks like opponent doesn't have any more follow-up, so back to our turn. Since our Hulk Fibrax banished itself, we can use Nemesis Corridor to return Hulk Fibrax to the extra deck. Special summon the Corridor, and get ourselves a Thunder Dragon Colossus. This is going to shut off our opponent from doing any more Prank Hits adding to hand combos. Let's attack with the Thunder Dragon, set a called by, pass to the opponent, see if they can get through this. Opponent using Harpy's Feather Duster. We're going to protect our back row by negating with the 9 pillars. Keep our Call by the Grave. If you play more Yang Zings, you can search with a Denglong if it gets destroyed, but we're not cluttering our deck with any of that. Opponent sets a back row or sets a face down monster and uses a Prank Hits Pranks, but there's not enough monsters in the graveyard to activate it yet. We draw Deep Sea Diva, which is probably the best draw we could have here. We get to pop his Prank Hit Pranks and do the Hulk Fibrax combo. But opponent is done, doesn't want to see it. Alright, not bad, not bad. Let's go on to another game. It's pretty easy to get cards banished in the graveyard, so if you ever happen to draw your Nemesis Corridor, it's not as dead as you'd think. We got a Deep Sea Rinse from hand, so let's take a peek at our opponent. See what they got. Opponent has Dark Ruler No More, Pot of Extravagance, Void Imagination Banishment, and a Lava Golem. So we're going to have to get lucky here with our random discards. Let's normal summon the Deep Sea Diva. Get ourselves the Prince. Dragoons. And add a heavy to hand. Dragoon's going to search for the Glacia. Let's make that Hulk Fibrax. And let's make our opponent discard too. Alright, we hit the Lava Golem and the Pot of Extrav. Very nice. We will be able to negate the Dark Ruler No More with our Yangzing trap. Let's make the tokens, but opponent does not want to see it. Not willing to see what this combo was going to produce. Alright, let's go and do one more game. Alright. We got a pretty solid hand here. Opponent's going first, and they're playing birds. Well, we're not going to give up. We got a single effect Veiler. Hopefully that can slow our opponent down. Opponent's summoning the Toucan now. If you know this deck, they usually only play one Toucan, and it's not really a great combo starter for them. They're adding the Rabina to hand. I'm guessing if they had a better bird, they would have summoned it. Rabina going to activate, and we're going to effect Veiler here. We could have waited, let them summon another bird first, but I see weakness, and I'm going to strike. Strike on the Rabina. Negate its effects. Opponent has one more summon. It's a Mist Valley Apex Avian. this card can return itself to hand to negate an effect once per turn. Well, I guess it's not once per turn, but he has to return a Mist Valley card, so it's got to return itself. Opponent gets all his birds back, and if we normal summon, the map is going to let him do his little bird combo. So let's see if we can get plays without normal summoning. Let's start with the Abyss Megalo. Opponent going to negate Megalo summon with the Apex Avian. That is alright. In the graveyard, we get 2 effects, Dragoons and Prince. We're going to chain block the Dragoons here. Opponent is going to do their normal summoning. A lot of stuff going on the chain here. Alright, Prince going to summon the Dragoons. Dragoon's going to search for Lapis Dragon. Opponent going to banish our Megalo from the graveyard. Lapis Dragon going to summon itself. Still haven't used our normal summon yet. Opponent gets to do their bird combo, so let's let them do their bird thing. See what the end result is. They're getting the Storm Monarch. Storm Monarch gonna return one of our cards into the deck. Also can return a card to hand. He's returning the Monarch. Mark's gonna return itself to hand and shuffle our Lapis Dragon into the deck. So opponent is getting all his birds back, but good thing to know, all these bird effects are once per turn, hard once per turn. So opponent cannot activate them. He can normal summon one again, but he cannot activate them. So even though he has the map, we're not worried about normal summoning now. Let's normal summon the Diva. Opponent gets a normal summon with their map, but they're not going to get anything useful out of this. Just getting a Toucan. Let's special summon the Prince, activate, send Dragoons, add Dragoons. Dragoons gonna search for another Prince Diva for next turn. And now we can go into the combo. We'll be able to stop them from adding cards to hand once we make the Thunder Dragon. Let's get the Auroradon online. Thinking about what we're gonna discard here. I'm thinking either the Undyne or the Dragoons, and Dragoons seems like the better play. We can use Undyne to send other water monsters to our graveyard like Frog Package. Let's use the Auroradon to get the Mega Phantom Beast, make a Cupid Pitch, increase the level. And opponent is done, does not want to see it. We were going to make the Denglong, we're going to make a Borreload, and then we're going to make the Thunder Dragon. And opponent does not want to see it. Alright, well, you've seen the power of this combo, you've seen how easily it makes people surrender. Definitely an interesting variation on the other combos that I've shown that let you use Desk Bot to summon aboard a big Synchro Negates. Probably a little more versatile in the fact that it stops opponents from adding cards to hand with the Thunder Dragon and gives you an Omni Negate trap. So let's take a look at the deck list. Alright, here's the deck list I settled on after playing this deck a fair bit. We've got a lot of ways to start the combo with Hulk of Fibrax. 3 copies of Gen X Undyne, 3 copies of Deep Sea Diva, 3 copies of Prince, plus other ways as long as we can get a tuner and another monster on the field. So you could use Abyss Teus, you could summon a Swap Frog, and then just normal summon like a controller or whatever tuner you happen to have from hand to get the combos to start. So pretty easy to get going. We got Ash Blossoms to protect. We got a single Mermail Abyss Pike to let us do combos to make Bahamut Shark. In the extra deck, we got the 1 Thunder Dragon. We got Formula Synchron, Herald, Cupid Pitch, Denglong, Borreload, Adamancipator Risen Dragite, Baron de Fleur, Sword Soul, totally awesome, Bahamut Shark, Abyss Lacia, Hulk Fibrax, Coral Anemone, and the Phantom Beast. Now, there is one card that's kind of bricky, and that's the 9 Pillars. If you just happen to hard draw this, it's useless unless you have the Denglong on field. So it is kind of introducing a pretty hard brick to the deck, although setting it as a back row can make your opponent scared, and you know, fear is a powerful weapon, so that can be helpful in a sense. Maybe draw out some interaction from your opponent. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what sort of stuff you want to see next, and have a good night.